Let's talk about shampoos. There are so many different shampoos on the market, it may cause some confusion. There's ceramic shampoos, there are Decon shampoos, high and low pH shampoos. What do you use on your vehicle or on your customer's vehicle to not only clean, but to also maintain any type of protection that may already be on there? Let's get into that. Hey, what are you doing? I already fed you. So let's talk about some of the shampoos that are on the market right now. And this is just a few of the shampoos that we have in our arsenal, and each of them do specific things. Do you have to have all these different types? No, you don't. But let's give you a rundown of what shampoos you should have in your arsenal, and maybe ones that you don't need. So let's go over some of the cleaning shampoos. Now here we have one from Total Detailing called Drift. It is an excellent cleaning shampoo, and it's also ceramic coating safe. Now, this is more of a pH neutral shampoo, extreme lubrication, and extreme foam. Very cost effective, excellent for any type of detailer. We also have the DIY Incredible Suds. Same thing, it is a slightly alkaline shampoo, not necessarily pH neutral. It's around a 7-ish, I believe, but it's an excellent cleaner, and again, cost effective, Incredible Suds. Oh look, it's actually called Incredible Suds. Highly lubricant and amazing in a foam cannon. Now let's look at the Oberk APS. This is an all-purpose soap. Now this also is a strong cleaner. It's about a 9.5 on the pH scale in its concentrated form, so when you do dilute it with water, it does bring that down slightly. But again, a strong cleaner. Excellent lubrication. You don't get a ton of foam from this, but again, it is a strong cleaner. Then we have your Decon shampoos. This one is a low pH, which means this will attack water spots and other mineral deposits. This is good for ceramic coatings because it can actually unclog them. And then you have a shampoo from Decon called Restart Wash. This is also a Decon shampoo, but this has iron removal properties in it. Again, designed for unclogging ceramic coatings. So these are going to be more of your cleaning shampoos. Oh, I forgot to mention this one. This actually says pH neutral shampoo. However, don't let that confuse you. pH neutral doesn't necessarily mean that it's a weak cleaner. This will have other surfactants in it that actually help to dissolve away grime and dirt without hurting any type of protection. Ceramic coating you don't really have to worry about because that is very resistant to high and low pH. But for waxes and sealants, you do want to use a pH neutral shampoo so that you're not stripping away that protection, especially if it was just previously applied. For maintenance shampoos on your waxes, sealants, and especially ceramic coatings, we have your shampoos that have protection built in. One of them is the Koch Chemie Nano Magic Shampoo. So this does foam really well. It can clean, but it is mainly used as a maintenance shampoo. So you can actually clean with this, but then when you rinse it off, it leaves behind protection on the paint. Ceramic protection on the paint. So it's designed for ceramic coatings. Then you have your other typical washes and waxes, and again, like this one, it says a wash and wax. It does have protection in it, good for maintaining waxes and sealants. And then again, you have your ceramic infused shampoos like the AM Details Hybrid Shampoo, which again is ceramic infused, designed for their system of ceramic sealants. We have the Purest Hydrophobic Shampoo, which is kind of interesting because you don't necessarily foam this on or put it in a bucket. You can put a trigger on this and you spray it into your mitt and then clean the panel. Not necessarily something I would use, but it is an interesting product. I think you can actually foam this on the vehicle as well and wash it, but I don't really think it's a strong cleaning type of shampoo. So this may be the type of shampoo where you wash your vehicle per usual with maybe a stronger cleaning shampoo, and then you rinse it and then refoam it with this and rinse it off, and it's going to be adding protection. I know, it's an extra step, but it's an option. Then you have ones like this from Mirror Finish Polishes. Now again, this is a touchless ceramic spray. This isn't really a shampoo. You can actually spray it on and rinse it off, but you can also put this in a foam cannon, foam your vehicle down, and then rinse it off. So it's not technically a shampoo, but it is in this lineup only because you can put it in a foam cannon and use it to protect your vehicles that you're maintaining that have waxes, sealants, or ceramic coatings. So what are we going to use on this vehicle? Well, this vehicle comes in every 3 to 4 months for a maintenance detail. It does not have a ceramic coating, it has a ceramic sealant, and it's pretty dirty. Yeah, it's fall. Thanks, trees. Now this does have some water spotting and traffic film and who knows what else on it. What are we going to use for this? I also forgot to mention this stuff right here from Puris. This is their alkaline snow foam. Again, a good pre-wash with a foam party. It foams really well, and you can use it as your pre-wash to clean vehicles. I wouldn't necessarily use this for waxes and sealants. Ceramic coatings, yes. So for today's episode, let's use the Oberk APS all-purpose soap. This isn't super high alkaline, but I do want it to clean the paint well. Now for maintenance jobs like this that have waxes or sealants, even ceramic sealants, I'm not going to do my typical APC rinse because that is a stronger way of cleaning and it can strip protection, especially on the bottom half of the vehicle where it's the grossest. So instead, I'm going to foam the entire vehicle down and I'm going to do it dry before pre-rinsing. Why? Well, because I'm not in the full sun, it's not hot today, and I can get away with that. Now, if it was sunny and hot, that would be a different story. I would simply pre-rinse and then foam with the pre-wash. So this to pre-wash. And the Koch Chemie Nano Magic to wash it after, and it's going to leave protection. So of course, because we're not pre-rinsing it, you can't just foam it with this on it, so at least get that off with either a blower or your pressure washer. Reach! Reach! So as it's dwelling, now's a good time to do the tires and wheels. Now, does it matter if you do tires and wheels first or last? That's up to you. It's a personal choice and kind of depending on how your work situation is, if you're in the full sun or not. Check out that video in the card. I'll explain more. Oh, can you hand me that fluffy wheel mitt? Wheel, not the mitt, but the, well actually, yeah, the mitt. What happened to my mitt?
This one?
Yes, that one, and then that other small fluffy mitt. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to foam up the bucket. Can you foam up the bucket? Russian you? Like Russian? No, it's good.
It's good. It has lots of foam.
When you're dealing with gloss black wheels or any type of sensitive wheels, you want to use nice microfiber mitts, or you could even just use a microfiber towel. But using these long-handled microfiber brushes and even these little hand mitts really does speed up the job, and it ensures a safe wash.
Now these work stuff brushes are incredible. I'll have links to these down below. I use the black bristle ones for wheels. They're still soft, but they're aggressive enough to clean dirty wheels, especially these lug nuts. So this has had a couple of minutes to dwell. Don't let it dry in the paint, obviously, and if you're in full sun, you're going to have to move quicker. But it's had enough time to clean the paint. Let's rinse it off, foam it, and contact wash it. And as you can see, the protection is still holding on. It's not beading incredibly well, but then again, the sealant that we put on it will bead initially and then it'll start to sheet. So as you can see, the protection is still on there.
Back in the day when we were still doing mobile detailing, I never used a rolling chair like this or a stool to clean wheels and tires. And well, my knees and my back are now paying for it. So if you can, use a rolling chair like this or even a cheap stool to sit while you clean those tires and wheels. Your back and your knees will thank you later. Trust me.
Now here's a tip for protecting your wheels. Let's use that Purist hydrophobic shampoo. Now this can be sprayed on and rinsed off, but you can also agitate it. These wheels are already clean, so let's just spray it on and rinse it off. It doesn't work that way.
Rewind.
So here's a tip for protecting your wheels. Now, the protection on here is pretty much gone. We put a ceramic sealant on here, but of course on black wheels on an SUV during the summer, it's not going to last. So let's use the Purist hydrophobic shampoo and add some protection. This is actually a very interesting type of product. Not something I usually use, but in this particular instance, it'll work well. So what I'm going to do is spray my wash mitt. Oh, this trigger is not good. So I'm going to use this on the little wash mitt here, rinse it out, apply the shampoo onto the mitt itself, and I'm going to apply it onto the wheel also, and agitate it. And, well, are you really cleaning with it? I guess you could, but I've already cleaned the wheel, so not worried about that. And then just rinse it. Instant hydrophobics. That stuff is impressive. So now the snow foaming or pre-washing stage is done. And again, do I typically do this? No, not on every vehicle. There's just certain situations where I will, especially for maintenance vehicles. But as you can see, the protection is holding on. Oh, hi. Not bad. Now, of course, the paint is still dirty, so let's wash it.
Now remember, this is the Koch Chemie Nano Magic Shampoo. This is exactly what we want. A shampoo that will not strip any of the previously applied protection, but also leave some of its own protection behind.
So that produces a nice, thick layer of foam. Now we can get to contact washing.
Once again, this is personal preference. Some like thick foam, some like a thinner foam. So mix it up to the dilution ratio that works for you.
So when it comes to choosing the right shampoo, that comes down to the vehicle you're working on. If it's a vehicle that you've never detailed before and it needs deep cleaning, then choose a strong shampoo with a higher pH. Or if it has water spots, choose a shampoo that has a lower pH to attack those water spots and those mineral deposits. If it's a maintenance vehicle that has a wax or sealant, don't use such a strong shampoo. Use something more in the neutral range. That way you're not stripping the protection. And if you're maintaining a ceramic coated vehicle, then it really doesn't matter too much because ceramic coatings are resistant to high and low pH. Of course, that depends on how long the coating's been on there and a few other factors. But generally, you can use a ceramic shampoo to wash the paint, and you can also use either a low pH for those water spots or mineral deposits, or a high pH for traffic film to unclog your ceramic coating. So that really just depends on the paint. Inspect it, see what it needs, move on from there. Now, is that stronger high alkaline shampoo going to strip your topper that you put on your ceramic coating? Perhaps, but at that point it doesn't matter because you're going to re-top it anyway. So don't worry about that too much.
I'm worried.
No, you're not.
I'm really worried.
No, you're not. So as you can see, the hydrophobics are back on the paint. Now, does that mean that it has cleaned the paint and it's showing the hydrophobics from underneath, or is it the Nano Magic Shampoo? Look guys, at this point, it's a maintenance detail. Don't be concerned about that. If it's doing this, then that's all you're concerned about. That is excellent. And yes, slow sheeting is good because it's going to dry the paint further. Beading and sheeting, that's what you want to see. It'll also bead, as you can see. So excellent. The protection on here is actually still holding on underneath, because you could tell when we were rinsing it. Adding an extra layer of ceramic protection in the shampoo gives it the boost of beading, and then we're going to boost it even more so and put more protection on it as a topper. Now the paint is cleaned. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. The wheels also look incredible. And now that it's towel dried and blown dry, we're gonna add a booster. No, not that kind of booster. This kind of boost. This is Torque Graphene Burst Coat. So you don't apply this to a wet vehicle, you apply it to a dry vehicle, but it is used as a topper for waxes, sealants, and ceramic coatings. Now before we go any further, there's a little etching here from a bug, or I think it's a bird bomb. I'm gonna use a little bit of Euland's Auto Polish, just by hand, and just see if we can remove it or at least reduce it. There we go. That is acceptable. Now, is that going to remove protection? Yeah, it is. But that's why we're going to add more protection on top of the entire vehicle. Or if you want, you can add the same protection that you did previously, waxes, spray sealant, whatever it may be. So we're going to top the entire vehicle with this. I spray it onto the towel and just gently work it into the paint. Can you spray it on the paint? Yeah, you can. Just a nice light mist, but sometimes that leads to an over application. So flip your towel, buff away any of the residue. Now it's glossy, now it's slick, and you've added more protection.
So for the past couple of years, we have been using the Work Stuff brushes. There's a variety of them with different color bristles and different densities and different lengths and thicknesses. So there's plenty to choose from. We're loving these albino white and orange bristle brushes. They work incredibly well for the interior. I used to use cheap brushes in the past and they never lasted. I've been using these brushes now for a couple of years and I've only had maybe 1 or 2 fail, only because I broke them. So they're extremely durable. Definitely worth the investment. And of course, the final touch to any detail is dressing up those tires and making sure those wheels are spotless. So we're actually using the Meguiar's Hyper Dressing. That's the retail version. If you can't find the Pro version, which is unavailable right now, the consumer version works just as well. It's just a diluted version of it. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. Enjoy the next video. We'll see you in the next one.